Welcome back to another short bit segment from IG Apps, where today I'll be covering what a toast is in Android and how to use the toast. So let's get started. A toast is a small message that the Android operating system has, and you can see this is an example of what it looks like. It just pops up from the bottom of the screen, stays for a few seconds, and then disappears. Now let's go to Android Studio to start programming. So here I have my Android Studio project open, and I'm in main activity.java. And in order to make the toast, what I'm going to say is toast, and I'm going to call it toast. I'm going to say it's going to be equal to toast.make text, and I'm going to provide it the context of my application. So now that I provided the parameter giving the application context, I'm also going to give it some text display. So I'm going to say subscribe to IJ apps. And now I have to provide a duration. So for the duration, you either have two options. You have toast.length long, which is 4 seconds, or toast.length short, which is 2 seconds. I'm going to go with the long option. And now I have my toast variable. So what I can do is to show the toast, I have to say toast.show. And before you show it, you may want to play around with some of the other settings methods that the toast has. So you can see something like set gravity or get gravity, and then get X offset and Y set. That way you can specify the location of the toast rather than it just appearing at the bottom of the screen. And there are many methods that you can play with. So one example of something that we can do is say toast.setMargin, and then we can provide the percentage that we want it to fill up horizontally. So like maybe 10% of our screen width and 20% of our screen height. That's one example. Something else that you can do is use toast.setGravity, and then give it like a gravity, like gravity.left, and then we can also say gravity.top. And what this will do is make it center it in the top left, and then we can provide the offset, so like 10 pixels of margin on the left, and then 20 pixels of margin from the top. So that's some other stuff that you can play around with, but just for now, I'm going to have this basic toast running in my app, and now I'm going to launch it. So you can see that the app just launched, and over here it says subscribe to IG Apps, which is something that you should definitely do if you haven't already. And that's about it for this video. Toasts are very simple, and they're very useful if you want to debug some mistakes that are coming. Like maybe you have a variable that's empty and you don't know why. You can use toast to display the value of that variable when you're running the app in real time. That way you can see where and what the variable's value is. You can find a code for this short bit segment on my GitHub account for IJ Apps, and I'll link that in the description. Thank you for watching these short bits, and I hope you're able to learn with it. As always, please share the channel with friends and subscribe. Until then, happy developing from IJ Apps.